El Nino brewing too, so that's going to ramp up global temperatures, I would think.
That's why this is probably going to go down as the warmest year on record. El Nino is probably going to drive it over that line. And the stories coming in globally over the last 60 days of extremes, whether it's heat or the flooding or ocean temperatures. And our little corner of the globe has been blissfully...
We're in a bubble again.
I'm going to show, I think, what is a stunning image of that coming up in this forecast. But first, I got to get to the headline. It is going to get hot here.
Yay.
Fast. Let's go to the inland valleys. That's inland Contra Costa County. So we're taking a look out towards Concord, Clayton, out across Carquinez. Here's the 7-day forecast, and these are Concord's numbers we're going to use. And when you get to Saturday, all of a sudden you can see what's coming. We're going to feel the warmth here as early as right in about here. By Tuesday and Wednesday, you will have already noticed the temperatures have been climbing. By Friday, we're in this. By Saturday, it is going to peak. Saturday is the day that really stands out as the one that needs to be highlighted here, but there are several other days that are going to have heat. But Saturday's the peak, and I'm going to show you what this is going to feel like for your part of the bay. We usually spotlight inland Contra Costa County when the real heat's setting in because they kind of are, you know, the poster child for the most intense warm-up. We're not all going to 105, but it is going to get pretty hot. Here's another way to look at this. The National Weather Service has started communicating heat risk with this map. It's called the heat risk map. It's color-coded up here. You can see the key behind me. When you get into the shades of orange, which most of those inland valleys are going to be, get a close-up look there at the contours of the bay, you're now shading into the moderate category of heat risk, meaning anything that's heat-related, health impacts from this, heat exhaustion, heat stroke, which you really don't want to get to. These are all things that we're going to be wanting to keep in mind for those inland valleys. By Saturday, let's take a look at what the numbers are going to look like across the bay for everybody, because it's one thing to pick on the place that's going to feel this the most. But let's show you what it's going to feel like for your part of the bay. Look at the East Bay Shore. Fremont, Friday's numbers, 84. We're not breaking records here. And like so many spikes in heat, if you're near the water, you're going to notice it gets warmer, but we're not going to be doing anything exceptional. Look at the difference. 79 Oakland, 103 Concord, 84 Fremont, 97 Pleasanton, 99 Livermore. So we know the drill when temperatures like this set in. We'll pull out a little more detail for that real contrast. Look at the difference up and down. 680 compared to 880. That's always one of the best places to really show what the microclimates can look like in a pretty narrow zone. That's Friday. Here's tomorrow. Pretty nice. Staying pretty comfortable. These numbers are pretty much average. It's going to be a little warmer tomorrow than you were today. Lose a little bit more of the onshore influence. If you're getting sick and tired of the strong wind near the water, that's going to start calming down. Here's the review on what the last 3 months have looked like temperature-wise across the globe as a whole. The key down there shows you how far above average most of the globe was. Most of the globe was significantly above average, except for a few places, including our little corner of the planet. We've been blissfully unaware of the extremes that have been happening on a climate perspective across the globe for the last 60 days. In fact, one more look at this. If we look at the last 60 days and put it on the map that shades where you are in terms of above average or below average, you see the deep shades of blue filling in much of the Bay Area right here? That shows that, at least for this climate record, go back to 1979, many parts of the Bay actually had their coolest 60 days, previous 60 days. That's when you take the highs and lows and you average it out. So it's been really unique for us, and we're kind of living in an alternate reality to the rest of the planet from that standpoint. But we do have a warm-up coming over the next 7 days. Take a look at the numbers for Oakland. You'll be at 80 for Friday and Saturday. And when we look at the North Bay, there's your 101. Santa Rosa, you're the good example there. Petaluma, you're right in there as well. San Jose, you're going to top out at 91 on Saturday. And when we look at the inland East Bay, which we did already, compare that to the beaches. Boy, that's the real microclimate spread. Barely 70 at the beaches.